Hi, I'm Katelyn McDonough. I'm a PhD student at Texas A&M University, and I'm Assistant Director at the Connley Caves site 2019 Field School. And I just want to share with you our botanical sampling strategy. I will be working on the Paleoethnobotany of the Connley Caves, and there's several different strategies we are employing to try to recover plant remains. So to start off, paleoethnobotany is the study of the relationship between humans and plants through time in the past. And the time period that we're working in right now is the very end of the last ice age, or the terminal Pleistocene period. And in North America, we have very little direct plant data for that time period. The main reasons for that are preservation. So plant remains are organic. They do not preserve well, especially if they are out in the open and they've been wetted and they've been dried, and that just slowly destroys the plant remains. So that's one reason why there's very little plant data for this time period. Another is because plant remains are very small, and oftentimes people do not sample for them or don't adequately sample for them. So here at the Connley Caves, we have a really amazing opportunity to gather plant data, and that is because we are in a sheltered alcove here, where this area of the cave has remained dry for 13,000 years. And so some of the measures that we are taking include point samples and feature samples. So for example, it's hard to see right now because it's a little dusty on the top, but there is a hearth feature right here. And when we come across features or particular activity areas, we will take bulk samples from within the feature, next to the feature, and then also away from the feature, so we can try to see what activities are going on and compare the contents of the inside of the hearth to right next to it, and then other areas away from that activity area. Another thing that we're doing is taking bulk samples in every level. So every single unit in our excavation takes a small sediment sample that basically creates a small column sample through every single unit. Then there are selected units across the cave that will take larger bulk samples, 3-liter samples every single level, and we will put that through very fine mesh sieves and look for the plant and animal remains in those. In addition to the total collection large bulk samples, we also have a unit in which we are taking a 50 by 50 section, and we screen that through 1/16 inch mesh. So that's going to help us recover some of the smaller plant and animal remains. So we're really excited to see what we're going to find in all these samples. There are a few sites dating to this time period that have been able to recover plant remains, and those suggest that even 13,000, 12,000 years ago, people had a very intimate knowledge of the landscape and were using plants for tools, for food, for textiles, and even clothing. So we'll see what we find, and be sure to sample for your botanicals whenever you have the opportunity.